Welcome to Illinois Mutual's training on our Simplified Issue Disability Income Policy, or what we like to call SIDI. My name's Jackie Dalton. I'm part of the onboarding and training team here in Illinois Mutual's home office, and I'm thrilled to have you with me today. I'm excited to get to introduce you to this innovative solution designed to help you support not only your self-employed clients, but also anyone looking for disability and income protection through a fast and simple application process. Let's dive right in and see how SIDI can make offering coverage easier and more efficient for both you and your clients. SIDI is a product that we brought to the individual disability income market after hearing from our agents that there was a need for a product that can provide a quicker application process and faster underwriting decisions. In our market, anytime we can make things easier and quicker, it is a huge win for everyone. The ease of using this plan will make it a great fit for many of your clients so they can protect their most valuable asset, their income. Let's look at some key opportunities for this product. We can write anyone ages 17 all the way through age 64. The list of common occupations on the screen is not all-inclusive list. Matter of fact, any occupation we can consider for coverage on our DI 105 and business expense plans can also be considered for an SIDI policy. Of course, you can reference our alphabetical listing of occupations in our DI occupation guide found in the resource library in the agent portal. Whether you're looking for a self-employed person, a freelancer, or simply someone without access to group benefits, this product opens the door to short-term disability coverage that's often hard to come by. For clients, our simplified underwriting process helps clients get their policy issued more quickly than traditional methods, making it easier to secure coverage when they need it. Now for agents, the SIDI application is completely electronic experience found in our agent portal. It's a streamlined, hassle-free experience that removes excessive manual data entry, helping you move through the process more efficiently. Here's what makes the SIDI application stand out. It includes fewer medical questions than our traditional DI 105 application, making it quicker and easier to complete. And because the only way to apply is through our e-application on the agent portal, it helps ensure all required information is captured, setting the stage for a faster decision. A key benefit of the Simplified Issue Disability Income, or SIDI policy, is that normal childbirth is covered as any other sickness after the policy has been in force for 9 consecutive months. We're excited to offer this type of coverage to individuals as it's not available on our DI 105 or business expense plans. Please note the SIDI policy includes a 12-month pre-existing condition period. For childbirth-related claims, the benefit period does end when the insured is cleared by their doctor to return to work or when the policy benefit period has been reached, whichever comes first. Another exciting benefit of the SIDI plan is the availability of shorter elimination period options. Depending on the state and availability and client selection, of course, policy owners can choose elimination periods as short as 0 days for accident, 7 days for sickness. This is a significant improvement compared to the minimum 30-day elimination period available in most states on the DI 105 and most traditional disability income personal policies. We'll take a closer look at elimination and benefit period options in an upcoming slide too. With the SIDI plan, premium rates are not based on gender or tobacco use. That means unisex rates, everyone pays the same regardless of gender, and unit tobacco rates, no higher premiums for tobacco users. This simplified rating structure makes coverage more accessible and consistent for all applicants. Let's take a closer look at the key features of the SIDI plan and the tools available to help you present it effectively. From flexible benefit options to streamlined application processes, this product is designed to make selling easier and more impactful. We'll walk through the specifications and highlight the resources you can use to support your conversations with clients. Let's review some of the SIDI highlights. Issue ages are age 17 to 64 based on age last birthday. The monthly benefit amounts range from $200 all the way up to $3,000, with our income replacement ratio being 60%. Underwriting classes are easy because it's aggregate rates only, no substandard issues. As you can see on this chart, we have so many elimination period and benefit period options available in most states that we can fit and tailor the policy to most clients' needs. These details help ensure the product is both flexible and easy to present with straightforward options for clients and agents alike. The SIDI plan does not have any substandard issues, ratings, or exclusions, and the benefits are not integrated with Social Security or workers' compensation benefits. This means that the benefit on the SIDI policy will pay in addition to any benefits the insured receives from those other sources. Please note that with the SIDI plan, the initial premium has to be paid via bank draft. Although this is an option that is often chosen to be used with our DI 105 and BE plans, it is a requirement on the SIDI policy. As with any disability income policy, it's important to understand how disability is defined because that definition determines when the benefits are payable. With the SIDI plan, the definition is own occupation not engaged for the first 12 months of the claim. With the DI 105 plan, it's own occupation not engaged for the first 24 months. So what does that mean? During the first 12 months of a claim under SIDI, if the insured is unable to perform the substantial and material duties of their occupation and they're not working for wage or profit in another job, the policy will pay benefits as long as their doctor confirms the disability. SIDI does not have any discounts available due to the type of policy, and government employees can be considered for benefits on the SIDI policy by following our government guidelines. So, as with all of our products, the resource library has all sorts of marketing materials available, from flyers and brochures all the way to an actual agent guide on just SIDI or on any of our other products are all available out in the agent portal. For marketing assistance on the SIDI policy or any of the policies, please reach out to your sales team. Submitting applications for the SIDI plan is quick and easy through our agent portal. The electronic application, or EAP, is the only accepted method for submitting SIDI applications. The EAP will even auto-populate client information directly from the illustration tool, making the process even more efficient. The agent portal gives you everything you need to complete and submit applications online. No paperwork required. Please do not hesitate to reach out to our sales team for additional assistance. When talking to clients about disability income or DI insurance, it helps to ask a few key questions to get them thinking. Do you currently have DI coverage? Do you know what DI is and how it works? How long could you go without a paycheck if you were unable to work? How much coverage would you need to maintain your lifestyle? And how long would you need that coverage to last? If cost is a concern, we offer flexible options to help fit a variety of budgets, so coverage can still be within reach. All right, so let's look at SIDI in action. In this first scenario, we have a 35-year-old female who does use tobacco products. She is a social worker with a $45,000 annual income. If we consider a 30-day elimination period with a 1-year benefit period for her, we can see that the premiums for the $2,250 monthly benefit are lower on the DI 105 plan than on the SIDI plan. But this is when knowing your client will come in handy. Maybe your client's getting ready to start a family and is very interested in receiving benefits after having a normal childbirth. This is not a covered situation on the DI 105 plan, but it would potentially be a covered situation once the policy's been enforced for 9 consecutive months on the SIDI policy. If this is her situation, the SIDI plan would certainly be the way to go. Or maybe she just feels that she doesn't have time to have to answer a bunch of questions on the medical portion of the application and go through all her medical history and just wants to apply. That is another reason to choose the SIDI policy. Now, if she's finished growing her family and maybe she just wants something to help keep her family going if she has the unexpected happen and she becomes sick or hurt and unable to work, maybe looking at the DI 105 plan with lower premium and the benefit-rich plan with the many automatically included benefits would be the better option. In this second scenario, we have a 45-year-old male who does not use tobacco products and is a dispatcher making $50,000. As you can see, the monthly premiums are not even $1.50 different. So premium likely won't be the driving factor for making a decision on which plan to choose. What might help with this decision is considering the benefit-rich plan that the DI 105 policy offers with its retraining and home modification benefits, organ donor benefit, survivor benefit, as well as the ability to consider adding optional riders like return of premium to the policy. Now, that's one way to look at it. But it's also possible that in your discussion with this client, maybe you found that time is precious to him, just like everyone else, of course, but he tends to have to work crazy hours and lots of overtime. Knowing this information sure does make the SIDI policy sound like a perfect fit for this client. In our third scenario, we have a 55-year-old female non-tobacco user who's an optical lab technician. She makes $42,500 a year, and when we look at a 90-day elimination period with a 1-year benefit period, our monthly premiums for a $2,100 monthly benefit is not very different between the two plans. This time, however, the SIDI policy is a little bit lower, but again, knowing your client is what's going to drive the decision-making process. Which plan is going to make more sense for where she is at in her life? Maybe she doesn't have time to do a long application, and she truly just wants to get the benefits in force and move on. SIDI might be the perfect fit for that. Maybe she has a husband at home that she wants to be able to have a monthly benefit coming in to help him in the case that she's sick or hurt and unable to work. That way she can still provide groceries at least and add to the household income so that it takes a little bit of the pressure off of the spouse in that situation. Any of these scenarios, the SIDI, DI 105 plan, knowing the client, that's going to be the key to making the determination which plan will be the better one to go with. Now it's time to take a look at the actual application and questions that are on that application. We begin with the necessary client information, which is typical, of course, with most applications. Depending upon how you have your client set up in your agent portal in the software, any information you have already plugged in for this client will automatically populate into the e-application for you. Next, we need to know what they would like to apply for. Please keep in mind that if you begin the e-app from the illustration, this will populate for you automatically. As always, we need to know about any other disability benefits in force or being applied for, so we do not risk over-insuring someone. Our next page is going to go over the owner information and of course the billing and payment information, all of which will be necessary to complete, but not take long and be very easy answers. Now, a very important question we hear a lot are, what are those medical questions? Well, here they are. Please note that they are just yes and no answers. You do not have to get a lot of extra details for yes answers. Underwriting will make their decision based on how the questions are answered compared to any information from MIB or another third-party source that may come up. Thank you for taking the time to learn more about Simplified Issue Disability Income, or what we like to call SIDI. Our sales team is here and happy to help every step of the way. Please never hesitate to reach out to us. We look forward to working with you on your next client.